Hi guys, I got something really cool to show you. Right? Look at these trees over here. They're full of snow, right? Millions and millions of little snowflakes are falling on these trees. And they put a lot of weight on the trees. And this still has to happen for a few months. And something very interesting has happened today. About 5 times the power has cut off. And the reason for this is because some of these trees, because of the weight, they crack and they fall down on top of the power lines. But some very interesting thing happens here too. If you have a look at these trees over there, can you see those trees that are bending over with the weight? They're not cracking. They're not cracking. So all the trees receive exactly the same amount of snowflakes or pressure, million bits of pressure, and yet not all the trees are breaking. In fact, the majority of trees do not break. And there's a secret as to why they don't break. And it's flexibility. Look at this one over here. Can you see that one? Completely bent over, but not breaking. And this is a very important lesson in mental health. You know, we can be suffering, we can have a lot of pressure, million bits of information, million bits of stuff happening throughout our life, but we don't have to break. In fact, the majority of you will never break because you're flexible enough. You'll bend over, but you will wait for summer, you will wait for spring and come out renewed, alive, won't you? And then you can have the best time of your life. But if we are not careful and we are too rigid, if you're feeling yourself overwhelmed under the pressure, that's because maybe you're in some areas of your life you're being too rigid. So go back, stop for a minute, please stop for a minute and look at your life. I know I have done that too. I have been too rigid in some areas, and in order to get well, in order to be able to put up with the pressure and not turn it into stress and not turn it into burnout, I've had to stop. I have to reconsider and say, what areas of my life am I being too rigid? How do I know if I'm being too rigid? If you have sayings like, you probably have heard this one, yeah, I know I should exercise, but I don't like it. See, I don't like it is a big one of rigidity. Or I know I shouldn't touch chocolate, but I just love chocolate. That's also rigidity. Anything that is an excuse as to a behavior that you know is hurting you, that is rigid. You're not being flexible enough. I'm not being flexible when I do that because I'm a human being. We all do it, right? So please reconsider that. Burnout is optional. Stress is optional. If we stop and reconsider areas of our life where we are being too rigid by either accepting beliefs, by being too nice to ourselves, by having this idea that everybody should bend over to our will or do things not to offend us, or any of that kind of crap, because that's all it is. It's crap. It can hurt you. So please don't do that. And I hope you have enjoyed this video, but please receive my love from Finland. I'm in Finland here. It's cold, but I thought I'd have to share this because it's an important lesson on what causes stress and burnout and how to avoid it. All right? So see you later. Love you all.